If you by any chance believe that you can't cheat in Battlefield 2042, well, I gotta tell you, man, you're up for a terrible disappointment, because Paik in this game can actually give you wall hacks. Yes, that's right. The specialist gadget is called the EMGX scanner. It will literally show people behind walls. And there is little to no difference between the EMGX scanner and a wall hack. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at Paik. We're going to take a look at the strengths of this. We're going to take a look at the weak spots. And basically in these series of videos, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all my experiences, all the tips and tricks you guys need to know as a newer player, or maybe even an experienced player who wants to learn a few things more about a specialist. And that's going to be the goal of these series of videos. There's a playlist of these videos. There's a link to it down in the description. You can go ahead and click on that. It will take you straight to this playlist. There are videos for other specialists, and if you don't find your favorite specialist there, that means the video is not made yet, but it will be made in the upcoming weeks. So don't worry about it. Just stay tuned, and that video will drop soon. So about Paik, guys, as I told you, the specialist gadget is called the EMGX scanner. It temporarily highlights hostiles. Your position will be revealed when activated. So to shed light on this and avoid any confusion, you guys can see what the highlighting hostiles means. It basically gives you wall hacks. You can see people behind walls, right? But it comes with a downside, and that is people will know that their location is revealed, right? So they know that you are scanning. There's a prompt coming on their screen. That prompt will just go on and off multiple times, so they know that Paik is hunting them. But apart from that, you won't be shown on the minimap and anything like that. Unless you're spotted by someone or some gadget, you're not going to be shown on the minimap. So it comes with little to no disadvantage here. And the special trait is called Eagle-Eyed. Those who damage you become spotted for yourself and for your team. So that's very interesting. It doesn't matter if they're close to you or they're away from you. Even if there's a sniper from 500 meters away shooting at you and they damage you, they will be spotted. So even if you play a sniper rifle on Paik, which is not recommended by any means, and I'm going to tell you why in just a few seconds, but even if you do that and a sniper actually damages you, you will be able to see them. Like, if you don't know where you're being shot at, they will be spotted and you will be able to see them. So that's very interesting. Now that the gadget and trait is taken care of, let me tell you something about Paik. Most of you think that when we're talking about a recon specialist, it has to be a DMR, a sniper rifle, long range shooting, stuff like that, right? That's what comes to mind, especially if you're some sort of an older Battlefield fan who comes from Battlefield Bad Company 2, maybe Battlefield 3, maybe even Battlefield 4. You probably think that recon specialists should be playing far away. Now that was probably the case up until Battlefield 2042 with open class system, right? And all these specialist traits and specialist gadgets, those stuff. So Paik's specialist gadget actually works in a small radius, so you can't scan people from across the map, right? They have to be close to you. And because of that, you playing far away from the battlefield is actually to no good. So Paik is one of these specialists, one of the recon specialists that can actually play in close quarters and still get the advantage. In fact, if there's one specialist that can specifically play in close range from recon class, is going to be Paik. So you have to be able to play in close quarters with this specialist because of your specialist gadget. And if you want to do that, there are weapons that you can use basically to excel in those gunfights, right? So SMGs are always going to be your go-to option when it comes to close quarter gunfights, maybe even shotguns. If you want to use DMRs, you can go ahead and use something like ESVK with high damage, because like it or not, those highlights will not last long, so you need to be able to deal the most damage possible in the least amount of time. So to do that, you're going to need some weapon that can actually deal some damage with some low TTK. And so to do that, you're going to have to go with SMGs, maybe fast-firing assault rifles, I don't know, the M5A3, something like that, maybe the AEK, maybe the MTAR, or shotguns and like heavy caliber DMRs. Those are the stuff that will actually pay off when played by Paik. And there's a fact about Paik that a lot of people tend to miss. The more you can conceal yourself, the more your enemies don't know where you are, the better things will work for you and in your favor, because you can basically see them no matter what, behind walls and smokes and all. And if you basically just hide yourself in the smoke, then you have all the advantages possible. So playing Paik with a smoke grenade is going to be completely out of this world, because they don't know where you are, but you know everything about them. So I always recommend people to play like that. Use as much smoke as possible to hide yourself. Use as much flanks as possible. Basically catch your enemies off guard. Your scanner is actually not something working only in your favor. It works in your team's favor as well, because it spots people. So you might not know this as well, but it spots people. So you might be spotting 5 people behind a wall and you don't even take action against them. But there are people in your team already fighting those people. And with them being spotted, you give your squad mates, you give your teammates a better chance of survival. So never have the mindset of Paik being some sort of selfish specialist, because that's not the case entirely. It can actually be a very good specialist when it comes to team play. Even your passive trait, Eagle Eye, can spot people for your teammates to kill. Also, you can use gadgets like tugs and the proxy sensor to start eliminating people who are not in the radius or the range of your EMG scanner. How that works is you either spot people with your EMGX scanner, or you can throw something like the proxy sensor and it starts spotting people even from out of the radius of your scanner. So it gives you a clear advantage, basically playing any sort of recon specialist. But for Paik, things are all about spotting people. It's all about seeing where your enemies are. It's about flanking. So those gadgets will be really handy when it comes to that. And some people play specialists just to get like a T1 mastery. I myself am one of those people. Let's be honest, so many specialists that I play are only being played not because they're very good, but because I'm trying to get a T1 mastery, right? So I understand that some people just want to go up that path. They just want to get that T1 mastery first and then start, playing a specific specialist. And because of that, let me tell you something. Breakthrough and Rush, you can easily get the T1 mastery for Paik. It's going to be really easier than you think. It's just about people being spotted by your scanner or the Eagle Eye trait, which is going to be really easy in those game modes. However, in something like Conquest, which is probably the main mode of any Battlefield game, in Conquest, things are going to get hard because you won't have people populating in one place, in one objective. You've got people spread across the map, and because of that, you won't be able to really spot people that fast, right? You can get a T1 mastery if you're a Conquest main, but it's going to take some more time. In Rush and Breakthrough, because people will literally just populate in one space, maybe you go into a building, there are 10 people there. Because of that, you're going to be able to spot people easier, and you're going to be able to make your way towards that T1 mastery even faster. So if you want to grind a T1 mastery on Paik, Breakthrough, and Rush, especially Rush, is going to be very interesting for you. The Rush XL can even boost your speed because you're going to face 128 players in a server and 64 of them are going to be your enemies. So you've got so many people to spot and it's going to make things easier. Believe it or not, I got Paik's T1 mastery in about something like 5-6 days. It was in a special event. It was a Rush XL 128 and I was just spotting people non-stop. As soon as my gadget was ready to use, I would use it and spot 10-15 people, and I was okay with doing that until I got the T1 mastery. So that's how things are going to work. For your throwables and gadgets, there's one thing to know. As I said before, smoke is going to really work in your favor. Like it or not, it's going to be one of your main gadgets to play with Paik in order to complement that specialist gadget. And also tugs and proxy sensor work really great. In my opinion, for Paik, you need to basically flank people, go up front, and to do those kind of stuff, in my opinion, the proxy sensor is going to be really better because the difference between tugs and proxy sensor, apart from their looks and how they operate, is the nature of them. Tugs is naturally a defensive gadget for spotting people. It's like when you want to hold some places. On the other hand, proxy sensor is actually a throwable gadget. You throw it in front of you, basically in between the enemies, and it spots people. It makes it an offensive gadget. So that's the difference between tugs and proxy sensor in my opinion. And on Paik, the proxy should work better because you're going to rush, you're going to flank people, and you're going to need that proxy sensor. You get 2 of them actually to spot everything around you before you get there, right? You're not waiting for enemies to get to you. You're rushing the enemy, you're flanking them, and you want to know where they are before you get there. So with that philosophy, proxy sensor is going to be even a better gadget when it comes to Paik if you want to be that rushing, flanking, like beast in the game. So that's about Paik's specialist guide. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope this video was helpful, somewhat informative. You make sure to go down in the comment section. If there's a tip I've missed, you make sure to comment down below so a newer player can actually learn from your experience. If there's something you want me to do in my videos, in the upcoming videos for other specialists, you make sure to comment down below and whatever you want to talk about, guys. So thank you all guys for watching, and until next time, guys, stay cool.